great effort there. 93 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now McManus for the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
As you tell me all the time, Brandon, mark that play down. That should be a tie game. Instead, a great job by the guys blocking it. And, boy, they've got to have a great lift going off the field.
And the further it happens in the game, now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. Keenum on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Keenum now on second down. On the move to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go now.
Here's Allen on first and 10. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5. Welcome back now to Denver. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Now let's go. 3-19.
He's back to throw. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy in the final minute. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Look, I know that all eyes and all credit should be on the guys that brought the ball back a long way, but I'm just wondering about the guys covering and their special teams coach. They've got to be looking at each other and saying, at what point are we going to find a way to stop these guys?
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And McManus able to put it through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Now Jones. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And let's look at their passing game, more specifically their receiving game. These guys have been great out wide.
I'm with you on that one. We'll look at it, and we'll enjoy it, and actually marvel.
To throw is Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And now it's second down. Allen to throw. Steps away to his left. Going deep for Benjamin. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. A pressure spot now for a guy who's been here before, and that's Stephen Hauschka. This to almost certainly win the football game. As is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. But a flag is down here, and if this is on the defense, it's a first. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So it's all going to come down to Stephen Hauschka. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win.
offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And he's got some space here. Accelerating, and off he goes. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
That tremendous return put them in field goal range right now. But I look at the overtime rules and know that a touchdown ends the game. I don't want to just settle for 3 there. I want to go ahead and get 6 right now.
And McManus able to put it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
And he's got room. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
I think before the kickoff, the mindset was 3 points keeps us in the game. We keep it tied and we keep playing. But after that return, I think the mindset changes in a big way. Let's go ahead and end it and get 6 points and go home.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And now the timeout comes in with just 1 second left in overtime.
Timeout offense.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. This to potentially keep this game alive at OT. And he got it. It's good. They answer with a field goal of their own to send this game into sudden death.